Before watching this film, I saw some reviews and critics calling Nope one of the best films of the year so far. And to be honest with you, I think they're absolutely right. One of the best things about this movie experience for me was the sheer amount of incredible surprises throughout the film. So if you haven't seen the movie already, I beg of you to avoid all spoilers at any cost, even skipping my spoiler rant later in this video, and as always the timestamps are down below in the description. I also want to say that as a viewer, there are a bunch of mysteries and unexplained phenomena throughout the film that leave you questioning its existence, but just be patient, because it all comes together and explains itself excellently by the end of the film, which gives you clear answers and understandings of the film and its hidden messages and themes. This made, for me at least, an excellent movie-going experience. And this movie is both beautiful and terrifying. And while not a jump scare galore horror flick, this movie is like watching a dream quickly turn into a surreal nightmare that you can't look away from. The movie is also incredibly cinematic, being epic in scope while only taking place in one desert valley due to COVID restrictions. The movie has a cinematic intellectualism that I just adore. This movie also has phenomenal cinematography, being a perfect duo of director Jordan Peele and cinematographer Hoyt van Hoytama. Nope is like Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, Steven Spielberg's Jaws and Close Encounters, along with the films Annihilation and Poltergeist, had a baby. Jordan Peele, by only his third feature film, has truly mastered storytelling from the script to how the story moves visually. Jordan Peele shows an astounding amount of discipline and self-awareness, which makes him such a superstar director. Nope is also hilarious thanks to Jordan Peele, but unlike other films like Thor: Love and Thunder, it gets the tone just right and is able to be funny without undercutting the seriousness and the scary moments. Jordan Peele's own Robert De Niro and Oscar winner Daniel Kaluuya is truly the star of this film. And while his role in the film is mostly silent, he makes such a big impression conveying his thoughts, feelings, and emotions through his eyes and body language, making him fit perfectly with the Hollywood strong, stoic, and silent male hero stereotype. Daniel Kaluuya recently revealed that he unfortunately had to drop out of Black Panther 2 because it conflicted with his shooting schedule of this movie. And honestly, in my opinion, he made the right decision. It's also very important to see Kaluuya's character fight to preserve his father's legacy, being one of the first black men to run a horse training business in Hollywood, with the thematically brilliant idea that this whole family is the descendant of the first person to ever be presented on film, a black man, which is all completely true. You can look it up right now. It all holds a mirror to the complicated and downright horrible ways of how Hollywood has and still is treating black talent, but the barriers Jordan Peele himself is breaking with this film and his career as a whole. Speaking of that, there are a ton of clever and brilliant hidden messages you can figure out throughout the movie that I want to talk about, so spoilers ahead for this section. First, I want to talk about the most interesting, confusing, and terrifying part of the film, which is the intro of the film featuring Gordy the monkey and the sitcom Massacre. It was so incredible and such a huge surprise to me, and it was so chilling because Jordan Peele only really gave us glimpses of the aftermath of it all, and lets the audience do the work because nothing is scarier than our own imagination, which was a great artistic choice. It still horrifies me to this day. I also think the motion capture of the monkey and the sheer uncanny valley of it all made the scenes all the more unsettling and horrifying. The entire narrative purpose of these scenes with Gordy is all a commentary on the danger of trying to control wild animals for entertainment. And Ricky Park, the child star of the sitcom Gordy the Monkey Went Ballistic On, played by Steven Yeun, obviously did not learn his lesson, even though he had a front row seat. And when he's all grown up, he saw the opportunity to profit off of his and his cast members' misfortune by renting out sleepovers at his secret Gordy museum and trying to tame another predator, this time an alien from space, to make an even bigger spectacle and profit, which was even teased on the back of his jacket. Speaking of which, I love the twist that the entity in the sky wasn't a flying saucer, but it was actually an animal. But not just any animal, a predator, which was very clever and interesting take on the classic alien abduction story. I also love the evolution of the alien, first looking like a stereotypical space vehicle and slowly looking more like a sea creature, specifically like a stingray in the sky, which could represent how, after all of these years, just how we as humans still don't fully know what all is lurking in the sky. The same can be said for the deep blue seas, and how both deep space and the ocean seem like a completely different world that aliens come from, which is really fascinating. And the feeding time scene where the alien sucks up and starts digesting the entire crowd, including Ricky Park, with a 20-second clip of the crowd screaming in agonizing pain as they all suffocate in the alien's stomach, will definitely haunt me for the rest of my life. And OJ, Daniel Kaluuya's character, naming the space predator Jean Jacket like one of his horses was great, because the movie was highlighting that defeating this alien was like dealing with horses or other wild animals, and that's why OJ was the best person to deal with this space predator, because he spent his whole life dealing and learning how to respect dangerous animals, specifically horses. And that's why the commercial scene was also so important, because like the scenes with Gordy, it establishes how Hollywood mistreats animals and wants them to just be props, basically. And the same goes for people in Hollywood and outside of Hollywood, as everyone recently has stopped seeing each other as real people due to, or our lack of connection, due to this pandemic that we are going through right now. And this also relates to how fans or people just on the outside looking in deal with real horrific tragedies and treat the people in these traumatic situations as props in a wider spectacle, like how most racist acts and terrorist acts in America are often treated. And again, this is shown through Rick Park's ranch, Jupiter's Claim, including the Gordy Special Secret Museum that guests would pay a lot of money to spend the night in and found fun and exciting, even though they're practically getting off on an actual horrific tragedy. Even the cruelty that was done to Gordy, because the only reason he attacked the actors was because he was not being handled correctly, because he was a wild animal. The whole theme of this movie is about how we as humans see every other living thing as not really alive, but a prop for our own entertainment. And I just thought it was all so incredibly well done. So every scene in this movie is just so important to understanding the whole. From the stuff with Gordy to the commercial shoot to Jupiter's Claim, everything. So it's all connected, and I just love that about this film. So that was the end of the spoilery section of this video. So let's get back to the non-spoiler stuff and cap this off. So, as for the rest of this cast, Keke Palmer is also phenomenal in this movie and a real bolt of energy, as she's incredibly funny, but still is able to play very excellently a very nuanced and complex character. Keke Palmer is able to balance her character's wildness and irresponsibility with a lot of lovability, heart, and hope. Brandon Pereira, as the character Angel, is also so good he almost steals the show most of the time. Michael Wincott also has a strong presence in the film, and Stephen Yeun is good as well, but didn't do enough with the role that was given to him. So, in conclusion, Nope is an astonishing movie experience that's creepy, funny, and thoughtful in every right way possible. A cinematic spectacle that deserves your time at a premium theater. So, that's my review of Jordan Peele's Nope. What did you think? What did you think of this video? What did you think of the movie itself? Share all your thoughts down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also follow my Instagram so you never miss the latest updates on videos of mine are coming out. And to also just like and admire some fan art of mine that I regularly post on there. Some of that should be showing up on the screen right now. Alright. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you again for watching if you've made it to this end point. Yeah. Bye everyone.